Hello guys and girls, and welcome back. It's Big John here at BigJohn_BK. That's if you want to find me on Instagram and listen to some of my music. So today what we're going to be talking about is using TradingView. Now we're going to be using TradingView with something called the Auto Fibonacci, which is going to be able to help you when it comes to finding out breakouts in the market and also realizing when the market is retesting and when the market is about to make its next move. So what we're going to do first, we'll dive straight into it. As you can see on my screen, I've opened up tradingview.com. This is a platform I use to analyze the markets. Right now I'm currently on Xauusd and I'm on a 1 hour chart. So starting with the first step, you want to first go to candles, change that to Fibonacci. Fibonacci candles, they seem to show a lot less noise when it comes to seeing the candlesticks themselves. So I use Fibonacci candles to just make the charts look a lot smoother for myself, especially if I'm using it with other indicators as well. It might pick up different readings with different indicators, so it just makes it better for me to use it personally, and that's how I teach people in my group as well to use them. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to this F button here, which is for indicators. You're going to go to public library, and then you want to find this indicator here, which is CM Slingshot System. That's what it is, just right there. So if you want to type it here, Slingshot System, and then make sure you go to public library so you can look for it, and it should be there. It's this one here by Chris Moody. You want to add that to your favorites by clicking on this star here so you don't lose it. And the next one you're going to type is this one right here. So make sure you type the name like this. Write it down if you have to, because you have to be very specific when typing names on TradingView. If you're not specific, the indicator won't come up, but it's this one you're looking for. Make sure you put the star there. Click on that one. And the next ones we're going to do are very simple ones, just moving averages. So we're going to go to type here, moving average. We'll have 1, we'll have 2, and you can put a star by that as well, just so you've got your moving averages in your favorites as well. To find your favorites, you'll just go to there and you'll see your favorites tab is right there. All your indicators will be there. The next thing we want to do is now change some of our settings. So what we're going to go is we're going to head over to our moving averages first, turn 1 to a green color, make the line a bit thicker for yourself, and then we're going to change our inputs to 2 for the first one, source close, offset 0, and the second one will be 7, and we are going to leave this as close, offset 0, and we're going to change the style to a red color and make this a bit more thicker as well. So this is the same 2 and 7 moving average that you would have on your mobile MT4 app or any MT4 computer software that you are using at the moment. But this is just on TradingView. So what we will do is we'll push these moving averages in front of the candlesticks by just clicking here and lifting them up. And there we go. And what you want to do is go to some of the settings on your Slingshot by double clicking it and go to your style. And for now, you can switch off this, and we will turn off this and this as well. So now I'm going to zoom into my screen so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing up close. As you can already see, gold right now on the hour chart, this is what I'm doing. It's the 1 hour chart. You have a lot stronger levels of support and resistance when you're using hour charts, 4 hour charts, daily, etc. So I'd say at least do this method on an hour chart. That would be the best thing for you. That's a 1 hour chart, H1 chart. And you can use it H4, daily, weekly if you want, but I would suggest H4, 1 hour, and daily is good enough. As you can see, gold right now has hit a high. So this automatically telling you using this auto fib, this is a fantastic tool here, the automatic fib, because it's automatically laid out where the levels of support and resistance are and where price is going to reach and most likely reject, bounce off, and bounce back again. As you can see here, price came down. I'll show you what happened if we go back a bit more. Price came down from the very top. So here you would never dream of buying at this point. You shouldn't be doing this, and this is where a lot of people are losing, because they will decide to buy at a high instead of selling high, buying low. This is why they teach you this simple method in Forex, but you have to be able to apply it with support and resistance as well at the same time to understand what they mean by selling high and buying low. So as you see here, it's come from the top, it's come down. Yep, it's crossed over. When it crossed over here, this was your crossover. This is when it was starting to come down, the 2 and the 7 moving average cross. But why I added the slingshot is to give you a better notification of to understand what's happening here. The slingshot is this white thing going here, or we can call it gray, going through with the red and green borders. What that is showing me is a shift in trend. So I wouldn't be looking for any sells while it's above where the edges and the borders are green. I'm going to be looking for sells when it comes underneath the slingshot. That's another gem that I'm giving away to you guys so you can understand how to use some of these tools with the market. TradingView is a brilliant platform, and I suggest people do sign up to it. You should look into getting some of the packages they have there, because the more indicators you can use, which will help you when you're breaking down Forex. Naked Forex is very good, but at the same time, if you're a beginner, you need to put your stabilizing wheels on. Once your eyes are trained to see the market and understand what the market is doing, then you can start to remove your indicators. So anyway, continuing, you can see here what we would call this when it went past this line on the Fibonacci. If we go over here, this was the 23.6%. This is what they would call it retest here first. So it touched this level again. It touched this level a few times, the 23.6, but then this candle was the defining candle that broke through. As soon as this candle broke through, this is no different from doing support and resistance levels manually on a 1 hour chart. You would have seen this broke through, which is your line here, the red line, and then you would have been able to get in when this candle closed on the next candle, because the charts now have to, and remember, once again, it's underneath your slingshot telling you that it was definitely a breakout. Underneath your slingshot, crossovers also happened previously. It happened over here as well, a crossover, and this candle actually happened on the candle that broke the level going through. As you can see, a crossover here. It's because this one, you can see there's the green line's gone through from the top through the red line here. Yep, green line, red line. It's gone through and it's broke through this support level. It's broke through this support level here, and the next candle has gone down. This is a 1 hour candle. So what it would be doing here is it's going to break through and at least, if anything, touch this next level before it has to retest to push back up. That's what it did here. It closed through the next candle as well. So this is the 2nd hour candle, broke through again. What happened here? Very simple. You know it's going to definitely continue down. This is how you would know these things. So you'd be able to get in there. Alone, like I said in my last video, where I teach all you need is 10 pips. This is a lot more than 10 pips here. If you want to get your Pip Calculator, your Pip Calculator would just be right here. So you click this ruler here. You can go back in here. And here we go. So we can see how many pips this is. So you would have got in on this candle here, and you could have rolled this down. Look how many pips that is there. Can you see? And that was 2 hours worth of candle movement. And that was about to the red line. Easily 90 pips. You would have made that. When it's gold, you have to get rid of the last number. So that was at least 90 pips there. That is more than 10 pips. Remember, you put your stop loss at 10 pips. Anyway, continuing. I like to make these videos longer because I want them to be informative, and I want beginners to understand how Forex works and how you can use Forex to your advantage if you understand how the markets move. Okay, so let's continue. So now here you can see it had to retest. As it went here, you would have now seen once again it did. The wicks are showing us where the candle actually got to, but even though it did bounce up, the wicks are showing us where the candle got to. So this candle did go all the way down here, and it did come back up here, stopped here. This candle could have retested on this level, but this candle did break through. A safe level where to put your take profit would have been around somewhere here. If you wanted a take profit level, I'd say bring it just above the line, not exactly on the line. And it would have been around here, 604.69, something like that. Your stop loss level would have had to have been above this line here. Don't make it exactly on the line, because as you can see through all of this, the candles can wick out and hit your stop loss. You want to make it just slightly above. So if you entered on this candle, if your stop loss was here above the previous candle's high, which was this one here, you would have noticed that it never hit there. It never came there, so you wouldn't have got stopped out. You have to be careful with your risk to reward ratios on this because it is an hour chart. So when you're doing your pips, there will be a lot more pips in this chart than there would be on a 15-minute chart if you're doing your risk to reward. So be careful. Make sure you know what you're doing and not over leveraging your account. You can see here that this one here, this candle broke through and it went to here. So once you've got there, now you could have been looking at what's going to happen here and entered. If you wanted to continue, you could have stayed on this candle and you could have moved just your take profit further down to here, which it did reach. So you would have been able to make all those pips again. Now, when it did go back up, what happened is the market did come down again, but then it pushed back up. Reason being that it pushed back up is it's around the very important levels are the 38.2 on the fib and the 61. Those are strong levels where the market needs to decide what it wants to do next. If it's going to break out again and go down, or if it's going to now retest and shoot up. That's what it will do. What you do, these are levels that you can potentially sell or buy from. So selling from the top here, which is the 23.6, or buying from the 61.8, meaning you're getting a good buy price or a good sell price from the 23.6. Do you understand? So I try to make it as smooth and slow as possible as I can say it, making the video longer, but that's what it is. I'll show you what you don't want to do. Like I said before, you do not want to be buying when you're at the top level here. And this is where people make a lot of mistake when they're doing naked Forex tricks. You will buy at this level, not knowing, being a beginner, and think, what? Why is the trade going against me? No, it's going against you because you should not be buying here. It's overbought. It's completely overbought. Hence it being at the top. Look, it said hi. It said hi, don't buy me. It's telling you. So you would want to sell from around this region, and like where I showed you just previously. And look here where it's low, you would want to buy from here, not sell from here, because you would just get stopped out. That's what would happen. You just get stopped out. Continuing, so you see it retested on this level here, and then so what you're doing here, you have to be patient. You're waiting for the market to show you a breakout, get in, take your 10 pips or more, wait for it to retest again like what it did here. Then you're going to now get back in again once it breaks through. It broke through here on this blue candle, as you can see, for a sell. We're now in a complete slingshot downtrend. So even if you didn't get these ones and you wanted to be careful, you could have made sure the slingshot turned red. Then the crossover happened. Look, the 2 and the 7 moving average, and it broke through this level on the fib, which is here. I'm astounded while I'm even checking this. This is how good it is, because I'm doing this video live, as in I use this, but I use other things as well. I've got my own systems I work with, but I'm giving this to you because it's clear and apparent, and you can see I'm not lying. I told you I do not lie. Look, 38.2, crossover happens, red on the slingshot. Come on, I'm giving you guys the base here. I told you I want you guys to eat, man. I want you to eat. Anyway, goes on to the next one. You would have got in on this candle opening. Yeah, so you would have waited this out, broke through. You would have got in on this candle opening. You would have made more than 10 pips. This broke the 50 level, the 61 level, and went almost down to the 78 level. That is a crazy amount of pips. Let's see how many pips that is. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's 100 and... that was at least 150 pips almost going down there. Remember, you get rid of the last number when it comes to gold. That was 150 pips. And I'm only asking you to get 10 to do the compound plan that I teach my students in my Telegram group. If you want to join my Telegram group, give me a PM. The link will be below in the description, and we can talk further. Let's go back. Okay. So, moving on, you would have waited for the market to go down. If you wanted to wait again, you would have waited for the market to retest. A patient game, but all of this was in one day. You'd have made these pips. Patient game, you'd have gone here. You would have seen it retested at the bottom again. And then what you would have done is you would have waited for, look what happened here, the crossover. When the crossover come, you could have bought here if you wanted to, but I would suggest you don't do that. Reason being is it looks nice and fancy, and as some people might say in the comments, yes, but this is just backtest demo. You don't know what you are doing. It doesn't work in real. Okay, whatever. We don't want to hear that, you hater. Let's get on with what we're doing here. You wouldn't buy here. You would wait, even though it's low, and you can buy because it's low. So you can buy at the very lowest for a good price. But this is why I gave you the slingshot, like a stabilizer. Like I said again, wait, patience. Remember, you can do this on any currency, indice, different things you can do this on, and you'll see it will work. Yes, you wait, and you wait patiently. Now you're waiting for it to get to about here. So this is on the 2nd of April. So you would have gone to trade something else while gold was doing this. Look what happened here. This is nasty. All of this was consolidation. Heavy. Consolidation has to happen before the market can break out again, as it did it here previously. I do not lie. Look, what's this? Nasty consolidation. Look, breakout, consolidation. And then you wait patiently for, look, the slingshot to come, sell. Yep. Then you wait. Once you've got the sell, remember, you've got the sell all the way down to the bottom, which is the 100 level on the fib. Yeah. Then it shoots up. See, consolidation. Annoying. I don't want to trade all of that rubbish. Then you wait for it to break out. When it gets to a safe position, which I would say is at least, if anything, even if you don't trade straight away, wait for it to get above. Even if you can trade when it goes to the red, let's just say here for a sell, yeah, but at least, if anything, wait for it to get above the slingshot, because it's eventually going to change trend. The slingshot can be a bit slower, and I think you can change some of the settings on the slingshot. So if you can, in inputs, play with it to see what works with you. Like I said in my previous video as well, everything I give you is not, you know, the only way you can trade. Use your own initiative to say, John, I love what you've given me. I'm going to adapt this to what I've already got, and I'm going to take this to another level. Do that and let me know your results, you know, because I love to see that, because there's a lot of non-believers out there in Forex. And I'm telling you, you can flip these accounts as long as you know what you're doing and you pay attention to market structure. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get this 1000% growth in 1 year. I ain't on this joke thing. All right, cool. Anyway, so as you go up here, it goes above the slingshot. You see here, it went up. Okay, you wouldn't have got that candle. Let's just say now, let's say you waited for this one. It sat back here, so it did go up, this candle. It shot all the way up about here, but you would have waited. You're waiting for it to get in on the next candle, because you've seen it's broke this level here. So it did break this level, and it closed by breaking this level here, which is the 38.2. So you would have got in on this candle. You would have made some more pips going up. You could have left your trade to run, or you could have just got this one and got your 10 pips. There you go. You'd have been successful. And what did it do again as it got closer to the 100? It consolidated. Gold has been moving like what I say. When pairs do this, I say they're moving like a sand snake. This is a sand snake. Like, what is this wriggling like it's in the desert? It'd be doing this a lot, gold. And a lot of people are falling out of love with gold because it's been doing this a lot lately because of the way the economy is moving. So be careful, because it really should have done this probably around here somewhere. It could do it anywhere, to be fair, but it shouldn't have been. It's been consolidated a lot lately. That's the only way I can put it, gold. So we would have left this. Remember, you're going to wait for it to be here, patient. You're going to wait for it to come back down here again, like as it should. I'll show you on a little, let's get this tool. My lines might not be the greatest, but you're basically waiting for it to, which it has retested, you're waiting for it to do this. At least break this level here, the 23.6. You want it to come down here, retest. Then you want one to break, you want it to retest, you want it to break this level again, and then you're going to get in on the next candle that comes down. And that candle can get to this level here, yep, or it might break through and continue down to here. And then you make the money, you make the money. Listen what I'm saying, there's a lot of money to be made. Make the money, okay? So I think, to be fair, to make this a nice and short and sweet video, that pretty much covers it when it comes to the fib. Like I said, I will try, if anything, I'll try and put the links for these indicators in the description below. That might help some people, because finding some of these indicators sometimes can be a pain, because you have to be case sensitive, etc. So I'll see if I can do that and help everybody out, and hopefully I can make some more TradingView videos. I'm also going to be putting a link to the referral for TradingView. I do suggest, like I said, if you want to use TradingView properly, and once you start using it, you'll see how beneficial it is for your trading strategies. And a lot of people are doing really well with these indicators, I can tell you that for sure. So I'll put a link for the referral in there. We both get, I believe it's $30 off. So yeah, that would help, you know, for all this base I'm giving out here. Look at this sauce. This is sauce I'm giving out constantly. And yeah, on that note, I want you all to have a great day. If there's any other things you need to tell me, let me know in the comments below, like I said before, and peace.